I look tired and upset. A little tired, a little upset. I just wanted to hop on here just for a minute, see how people are doing. It's a hard day. I had people, I was texting people as they were flying into Minneapolis and now who are on the ground, and I'm worried about them, obviously. Um, I chose to, you know, we had to get out of our house today anyway. We have some weather coming, as I'm sure many of you do. But I chose to just take my kids out for the day and do happy things. Um, I took them out to lunch and we went to go see a movie and we just thought about happy things for a little bit before we came home. I have watched all the videos. Um, I saw my dad today be very brave. He is not a person who speaks publicly about politics, and he's an old school like Republican from back in the day, but a never Trumper. And we have a family thread, and he got on there and he told my uncle, he said, your wife and your kids need to walk around with their passports. They need to carry them with them because they are Filipino. And my uncle thinks that it's all BS because he's drank the Kool-Aid, but I worry about my cousins. I worry about my auntie. They're not in Minneapolis. They're in a different state, but I worry about them. I worry about our friends who are here, who are from every Central and South American country you can possibly think of. I think of all the kids who can't go to school. And I think about my stance. Like I was talking to somebody earlier and saying, like, if it was just me, if I didn't have to worry about the consequences of my action on little people and their lives and my family, I would absolutely be in Minneapolis right now. I have been in the presence of like literal armbanded Nazis before with Nazi flags. And the only thing holding me back was a backseat full of little kids. And knowing that my confrontation, which likely will change nothing, puts them in greater danger. And so in those moments, I have to say, I can't go to Minneapolis. I can't be on the ground. I can't be helping physically as much as I want to be, but I can turn around and tell my kids what's happening. And I can tell them why it's happening. And I can tell them why it's important and how it affects all the people that they love and that they see every day at school. And that's how I can change the future. But I do want to be there. Like I want to be there. And I'm frustrated and I'm sad. Yeah, I know. I know it just feels like I know it I know it helps to speak up. I know it helps to write. I know it helps to spread truthful information, but sometimes it feels like it's way not enough. like way not enough. But I also worry about, there are people in my Substack who are on their way to Minneapolis or they are already there. There are people who live close by. I have friends who live within a couple of hours who are considering it. And I worry about them. But I also think it's the right thing to do. But it's just like all these things that we've been telling each other and that like good leadership has been telling us, like, be peaceful, you know your rights. These are your rights. You do not have to do this. They cannot force you to do this. Like, it just feels like it doesn't matter. Like, yeah, those are the rules, but the rules don't matter. What happened today was a man who is an ICU nurse. His whole life is devoted to helping people. Saw a woman in distress at the hands of an ICE agent. He went to her aid. They tackled him. They sprayed him with gas. They grabbed a gun out of his back pocket that he had the right to have. He was permitted to have. He was within his rights. He was not grabbing. They threw it, and then they shot him. And then the entire Trump administration will say that he's a terrorist trying to murder people. And you still have someone like a Kyle Rittenhouse, little piggy, who came all the way to Kenosha with all his guns to walk around the street with his high-powered rifles. And he knew he was going to shoot someone, and he shot someone, and now he is hailed as a hero. Explain that to me. Like, if you shoot and kill in the name of this administration, you are a hero. If you protest against the administration, you are a terrorist. Like, that's historical. I mean, I don't really know how to swing that. Like, that's very, very historical. And now that we don't have to have warrants to go into people's homes, should all strike us as familiar, if we all went to school, which I think most of us did. Yeah, so it's like, so then what do we do? If we have the rules and all these people. I was listening, I don't know if I was listening to the mayor, because I came in halfway, it was on the radio. But he was talking about how in the last couple of weeks, they'd been protesting. There had been no injuries. There'd been no violence. Like, literally, they were doing what they were supposed to do. And the only reason that they are protesting is people are coming in and ripping children out of their beds. And old people. And, citizens and paperwork, doesn't matter. Right? They will rip them out based on the color of their skin. And they will ask questions after they get them to a detention center, after they're separated, after they have no means of communication. I have not checked my emails today. I have not checked any of my messages today. I've had very little communication today because I'm sad. And I don't want to feel the feeling of like that beat down feeling, that like angry and sad, but also like beat down. Like, I'm just going to take it because I just keep getting beat down. Because I know that's kind of intentional. It's really intentional. So yeah, it's how to maintain that motivation. I did get tickets to go next month. During the State of the Union address, they're going to have a rally in DC. A lot of people from Substack are going to be there. I think it is led by Miles Taylor, but like a ton of people are going to be there, and I'm very excited to go. I'm very excited to see people I know, like, in person, speaking and doing great things, and I feel like it's going to be a really good day. And so I'm glad that I get to do that. But I think it's February 24th, and I forget what it's called. But look at Miles Taylor's page, and go to his. I think he has a website. If you look at his Substack, but that could take you to it. But it's defiance.org. Thank you. Yeah, they're gonna have a rally. Like, I'm trying to think who's gonna be there. Joe Walsh is gonna be there. Waj is gonna be there. Jim Acosta is gonna be there. I'm sure people like Michael Fanone will be there, and a lot of the DC officers will be there. Who is it? Oh, Robert De Niro is gonna be there. I'm just like, yes. Robert and I can hang out, be good buddies. But I'm really excited to go. I went to go see a town hall there with all those guys last year. And it was kind of what kicked off my experience on Substack. And yeah, Glenn Kirshner, thank you. Steve Schmidt, yeah, it's going to be really, really great. I'm very excited. So anyway, I think this is a really good time to lean on your community and probably the community here, because it's very easy to be very sad and very easy to be very like circumstantially depressed about this. And where do we go from here? Lean on people to help keep us motivated and encouraged and always moving forward, because I think it was Walter Ryan who said this, that white supremacy has never won. It never wins. Like, they have these movements and they do not win. And yes, we have had racism since the beginning of time, but the concept of white supremacy as a movement never wins. And so I won't give up. So anyway, that's all I wanted to say. I'm very full of popcorn and Skittles right now and feeling very upset. And and I have to think of what I'm going to do tonight, because obviously I'm staying the course with the Epstein files, because again, common denominator for everything. And there's been some new little twists and turns there that I have to figure out. And then some very complicated stuff. Sorry, the beginning was not very. You didn't miss a whole lot. It's just me showing up, telling you I'm here, being upset with you, and yeah, it's that concept of like the same thing over and over again, where we keep saying maybe this is the time that will cause things to change. But I think about how many things before should have been that time. I think about the school shooting in Connecticut with all those little first graders. That should have been it. That should have been it, but it wasn't, right? There are moments in history that should have been it, and they weren't. But we are building towards something right now, and I don't know if it's good or bad, but it's building. And keep your eye on the prize and help how you can, in whatever that looks like, and whatever way you can help. Everybody's ability is different. Everybody's physical ability is different. Financial ability is different. But the fact that we're all here is a very, very good first step. So anyway, I love you guys. Yeah, Leslie Wexner, that guy. He's supposed to still be being subpoenaed. Does anybody know what's going on with that? Like, he's supposed to be subpoenaed. The two guys that own the estate are supposed to be subpoenaed, and we're, raiding Minneapolis instead. All right, I love you guys. I gotta go feed my kids. And and go sit down on my computer and try to change the world. All right, love you guys. Bye.